Lebanon, a land of ancient civilizations, where history echoes through its stones and traditions. But what about its languages? Did you know that one of the most influential ancient languages, Aramaic, was spoken here? And is it truly gone? Or is it still alive, hidden in plain sight? Today, we're diving deep into the story of Aramaic in Lebanon, from its ancient roots to its modern-day controversies. We'll uncover whether this ancient language still holds a place in the Lebanese identity. And let me warn you, this is not just about history. It's about politics, religion, and culture. Aramaic, a Semitic language closely related to Hebrew and Arabic, emerged around the 12th century BCE. It quickly became the lingua franca of the ancient Near East, thanks to its simplicity and adaptability. From Babylon to Jerusalem, Aramaic was everywhere. Even Jesus Christ is believed to have spoken Aramaic, in particular Galilean Aramaic. Here in Lebanon, Aramaic wasn't just a passing trend, it played a significant role during the Persian Empire and the early Christian period. In fact, some of the earliest Christian texts were written in Syriac, a dialect of Aramaic that thrived in this region. For centuries, Aramaic connected diverse cultures. It was the language of diplomacy, trade, and religion, bridging empires and communities. But how did it become so widespread? The key to Aramaic's success was its adoption by powerful empires. The Assyrians and Babylonians used it as a common language for administration, and the Persians continued this tradition, making it the official language of their vast empire. But like all things, Aramaic faced challenges. The rise of Arabic in the 7th century, fueled by the spread of Islam, marked the beginning of its decline. Arabic became the dominant language in Lebanon and much of the region. Yet, Aramaic didn't disappear overnight. It lingered in religious texts, rituals, and rural communities. Aramaic's decline was gradual. For centuries, it coexisted with Arabic and Greek. But as political and cultural shifts favored Arabic, Aramaic slowly retreated into isolated communities, especially among Christians. Despite its decline, Aramaic found a sanctuary in Christian traditions. Syriac, a form of Aramaic, became the liturgical language of Eastern Christian communities, preserving its legacy even as everyday use faded. Now here's the big question. Is Aramaic dead? Many point to villages like Ma'lula in Syria, where it's still spoken by a dwindling number of people. But what about Lebanon? In Lebanon, Aramaic survives in religious practices, especially in the Syriac Maronite Church and the Syriac Orthodox Church. The liturgy, prayers, and hymns often use Syriac, a direct descendant of Aramaic. And it's not just in churches. Some Lebanese scholars and activists are working to revive Aramaic as part of Lebanon's heritage. Linguists and theologians are recording oral traditions and even creating modern resources for learning Syriac. The Syriac used in liturgy may not be the everyday Aramaic of ancient times, but it's a living link to that heritage. By preserving it, we keep a door open to understanding our cultural identity. Still, the survival of Aramaic in Lebanon remains precarious. With no communities using it as their primary language, its future depends on dedicated preservation efforts. Reviving Aramaic is not just a cultural issue. For some, it's political. Advocates argue that Aramaic connects Lebanon to its pre-Arab identity, emphasizing Phoenician and Christian roots. But critics see this as an exclusionary narrative that ignores the Arab and Muslim dimensions of Lebanese identity. Language revival often carries political weight. In Lebanon, promoting Aramaic can be seen as reclaiming a distinct national identity, separate from Arab influence. This appeals to certain groups, but it also risks deepening sectarian divides. So, can Aramaic make a comeback? Efforts are underway. Schools and cultural centers are introducing Syriac to students, focusing on its historical and liturgical importance. Learning Syriac isn't just about the language, it's about reconnecting with the cultural legacy that shaped our ancestors and our land. Beyond classrooms, cultural events and online initiatives are helping spark interest in Aramaic. Musicians are composing hymns in Syriac, and artists are using Aramaic calligraphy in their work. But here's the challenge. For a language to thrive, it needs to be spoken daily. Without a living community, Aramaic risks being relegated to museums and churches. To truly revive Aramaic, we need more than preservation. We need innovation, ways to make it relevant to modern life whether through media, technology, or education. While the odds are steep, the passion of those who love Aramaic remains strong. Their efforts ensure that even if it doesn't fully revive, its legacy will never be forgotten. So, did Aramaic die in Lebanon? The answer depends on how you define life for a language. While it may not echo in the daily conversations of villagers, its spirit thrives in churches, cultural centers, and the hearts of those committed to its revival. Aramaic's journey in Lebanon is a story of resilience, adaptation, and identity. It's a reminder that a language is more than words. It's a bridge to the past and a vessel for culture. As we stand here reflecting on this ancient language, we're reminded that preserving Aramaic is about more than linguistics. It's about ensuring that a vital piece of Lebanon's soul endures, inspiring generations to come. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history, culture, and identity. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that dive deep into the soul of Lebanon and beyond. Take care.